some of the complications that you may be having with your piercings is because the person pierced it wrong. It ain't even you. You didn't pour saline, child, down your piercing to the point where you tasting it in your sleep. So let's talk about that, okay? Now, in my personal opinion, I feel like there is the piercer who's going to give you information on the piercing, right? It's going to tell you what to do, what to use. But I feel like you really want to talk to the person who's had the piercing. Now, in some great scenarios, you have piercers who have the piercing you want. So they're not just giving you book smart, they're giving you experience as well. That's why a lot of people, I have one of my piercing videos that has the most views. A lot of people are asking me questions, and they're asking me questions against the advice that I'm giving. One of those questions is, should I use spray? Or I just got my piercings done and I bought a spray from Walmart. No, don't buy a spray. Soak, especially if you have cheek piercings. If you have shallow piercings, you can use a spray. But if you have deep piercings, like cheek piercings, those things need to be soaked. Ain't no spray gonna clean them things like it needs to be clean. If you haven't watched my How to Soak Your Piercings video with my kit, go watch it so you can see what came out when I soaked my piercings. But back to the point here. My point is, when you do your research to find your piercer, it's not as much as just asking them, hey, do you do this piercing? You need proof. I need to know what you know. I need to know you've done this before. And if they don't have pictures, you need to go in there and play dumb. So do your research. You already know from watching my videos or watching other people's testimonials that cheek piercings are one of the hardest piercings to heal, and that you have to, there's measures in place that you have to do to take care of them. You have to babysit them for a long time before you can really get comfortable just having it. And even once you get comfortable having it, you can wake up one day and one of them is acting crazy. So it's an ongoing thing. So when you go to find a piercer, you need to go in there and play dumb. You know your research, you already know what you up against, but you need to know if they know it. Because if they don't know it, listen, your next words need to be, all right, y'all be blessed. I'm going to get up out of here. Those need to be your words. Because if they don't know the urgency of it, your piercing's going to go wrong outside of your control and your care. The main thing that I found that was happening with dimple piercings was the people who were doing the piercings were putting in too short of a barbell when it first got pierced. And so naturally what's going to happen is after you get your piercings done, they're going to swell. They are going to swell. And once they swell, they need room to swell. But if the barbell is already too short, once your cheeks swell, it's going to engulf the piercing. I can't tell you how many videos I have seen where the person has had to wait to get surgery to get their dimple piercing surgically removed. Some people have had to go to the ER because their cheeks fully engulfed the piercing. Now, somebody who knew what they was doing would know that they need to put in a longer barbell so it can give the piercing room to expand. And then once the swelling goes down, the client will come back to get their barbells shortened. You don't create that tight dimple look right away. That is that's how you know it's about to go wrong. So if you are watching this and you just got your piercings, or I don't know, maybe you're close to getting them and you get your piercings done and you walk out like, oh, it is so cute because your dimples are tight already, run back to where you went and say, look, take these out and put barbells in. Like, my barbells should be sticking out when I first get them. When you first get your piercings done, you should still be able to see a little bit of the barbell on the outside because that's the space that you need, okay? So I know that when we want to get and the same thing goes for tattoos. Same thing goes for any other piercings. I've had my nose pierced. I've had my belly button pierced twice. I've had my tongue pierced. The same thing goes for all of these other things. And I'm stressing this because when I was younger, I wanted to get them done so much or so bad that I wasn't really thinking about the things I should have been thinking about. Like, does this person really know what they're doing? Like, thank God I still have my tongue. Thank God I don't have a keloid on my belly button because I could have. That went so wrong. And I'm going to start talking about the other piercings I had and what I liked about them, what I didn't like, what went wrong, what didn't. Thank God my tattoos are good, you know? So I just want you guys to know, if you've been watching all kind of videos on it because you're so ready to get it, baby, Patience is for you. It's not against you. I can't find nobody. Patience is for you, because a lot of people who it went wrong on, the main thing they will tell you is, I wish I would have waited. Come on, somebody, come on. I wish I would have waited. So again, as people who've had successful piercings, and they like their piercings, they like who they work with, ask them who they went to. Also, be prepared to travel. Like, especially if it's a tattoo, if it's gonna be something that's gonna be on your body forever, be prepared to travel. I got my dimples done in Atlanta in a community called Little 5 Points. But when you find someone who really knows what they're doing and they have integrity in their business, like, plan that out in your life. Like, okay, I'm gonna save up to go to this person. I don't care if they charge $1 million. They gonna do it right. You know what I'm saying? Okay, then another place, I need to plan for my Airbnb, look up flights. Do that. You deserve that, because I'm telling you, the headache that comes from quick and easy, it's a longer headache, and you don't need that.